Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's going on? Happy Monday. We have the S&P's down 32, Dow's down 289, NASDAQ down 111. So we got a start to a little bit of a rocky ride. If you're here right now, say what up in the chat. We got Jeff, Daniel, Boyd, Red Dust, James, Dan Mraz. What's going on this morning? Hope you guys are having had a good weekend overall. Looks like looks like the world is kind of selling off a little bit. Bitcoin is selling off a little bit. What else do we have going on here? Yeah, I mean it was a pretty wild weekend. I mean, yeah, Twitter shares drop after Trump ban. I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen here. Twitter's down. Let's see here. Amazon's down, but I mean, I don't know if these stocks are down because of the Trump parlor thing, or if they're legitimately down just because of the overall market. I mean, like right now, Tesla is not doing that bad. Tesla is up. Yo, Jack, what's going on? Benito, Faiz. But if we're taking a look at SPY right now, SPY is 378. On Friday, it did dip down to 377, and then we ripped up all of a sudden. We were on SPY maintaining a range on Friday, and then it gave up that range and then pivoted back into range. And looking at the chart, I mean, it looked like, obviously we want to blast off on SPY, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, we pull back, if we pull back to the 10-day moving average, right now people think the world is stocks going down one day, the world's falling apart. But I mean, look at how much we gained in the last 4 or 5 days. I mean, we went from 368 on 367 actually up to 381. So if we pull back to 373, 375, I mean, not bad. Not bad. I mean, I think that's what it was trying to do on Friday, and then it just didn't do it. What do you guys think? What do you think about that? What do you guys think about the pullback? Qs, same exact thing, but the buying was a lot more aggressive. Went from 315 to close at 319. It's only at 316 right now. So as you can see here, Qs, look, it popped back into the range it was in on Friday. So for me, people are you nervous? Are you no, just look at what the numbers are, figure out what the numbers are telling you, and go from there. Right now, if this sold off let's say 20 points today, then maybe you should be a little concerned. But even if we came down 20 points from 319, we'd still be just right at 300, pulling back 312, 315. On the Qs, not bad. So we'll see if they buy it or not. That's the biggest question. Is are they going to buy it or not today? I mean, last Monday was horrendous too, and the week ended up actually being up really good. Man, child, what's going on? The world is ending. But yeah, I mean, it was a little bit of a crazy week in terms of what's happening now. A couple things to make a note of for the week ahead is Powell will be giving a speech on Thursday, so at 12:30 p.m. He's giving a speech now. We don't know what the speech is about. He could just be hanging out with his friends, but highly doubt it. Just be mindful. He's going to be giving a speech 12:30 p.m. Eastern time on Thursday. And it looks like just some pullback after. I mean, we've had a good run. We've had a good run. You can't have pullbacks without a great run. If we just kept going straight up, it would be very, very suspect. Other news this week, we are going to be starting to kick off earnings. So earnings, the Friday, the bank's going to kick it off, and then we're going to get earnings season getting kicked off with the banks. Banks are Friday, and then next Tuesday, Netflix, IBM, Intel. So some of the big dogs are coming to play right now. JP Morgan, Bank of America, Goldman Sachs, which are obviously pretty big. So Wells Fargo, we'll see what happens here. Maybe I'll try it. I don't know if I'm going to sell premium or not. I mean, the banks, the thing about the banks that I was looking at is I think somebody knows, because I mean, look at JP Morgan run here. A week ahead of earnings, it jumps up, almost 15 points. Bank of America had a little bit of a pullback, but I mean, it's up there. Goldman Sachs. So what do people think about these banks? What are they thinking about these banks? Why are they running like this right ahead of earnings? This was the run. The run, I thought, definitely it came a little bit premature, but I mean, it just squeezed way up. I mean, Goldman Sachs hit 295. So, I mean, just kind of interesting to watch what is happening here. I don't know what kind of opportunity this gives us. I got to think about it a little bit. What kind of opportunity it gives for an earnings trade. I mean, right now, implied volatility is really on the low end here, so I don't even know if I want to trade it. Yeah, I mean, implied volatility for next week's only 34% on JP Morgan. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's priced in. Maybe earnings is priced in. Maybe earnings was so good. I don't know. It just, if a stock does this like ahead of earnings time, I don't want to go into it like ahead of earnings. People are buying this pretty aggressively ahead of earnings here. Apple's coming down. It's down now. Apple's been kind of interesting, I think, in the way it's having its price action, because it's, I mean, as you can see, like Friday, zooming in here, we sold off, it bought, sold off and bought, and now we're down again, which probably means it's going to crack down to like the 128 area on Apple. Apple has been struggling like in this area. I mean, there's a potential double top right in here. And if this kind of flushes, I mean, it could come down to like the 126, 127 area. And then, I mean, maybe it would test 122. Look at it this way: have pullback to set up oversold bounce plays. Yeah. I mean, the trend, as you can see here, the trend is undeniable. The trend is still, we're going up. So the question is, where do we get in without getting our faces ripped off? That's always the question. It's like, where do you get in so you don't get your face ripped off? You have to set yourself up for a high probability trade here. So for me, I mean, potential if it holds on to like the 126, 125 range. If not on Apple, maybe 120, 122. We'll see. I got to figure out when they start reporting the holiday numbers, I know some of them did, but I guess it'll be in the next earnings what they did for the holidays. But yeah, I mean, the market may be down because of the political events. They might be down. I mean, I guess Nancy Pelosi gave Pence 24 hours to invoke the 25th Amendment, or she's going to impeach, or they're going to start the impeachment process. Boeing had unfortunate news over I mean, not that unfortunate for Boeing, but I mean, it's unfortunate for, the people aboard. I mean, there was a plane that went down, Boeing 737 went down. I think it was like some Indonesian airlines, and I guess what matters if you're owning stock on Boeing, what matters is why it went down. Was it Boeing's fault? Was it the plane's fault? Was it the pilot's fault? Was it maintenance? It could be anything. So I think until that, the black box, I don't know if the black box was recovered at all. We can see here. Yeah, I mean, 63 people. I mean, it's not good. see here. They don't really. So it was a 737-500. The plane was 26 years old, so I don't know. Maybe, who knows? And it specifically says here without the new technology that plagued the 737 MAX. So it didn't have the technology in the 737 MAX. So they don't know. Currently, they don't know what has caused that. So I mean, it could have been a maintenance issue. It could have been anything. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't look like it's Boeing's fault, but you never know. You never know. But they didn't have the same technology. This is focused on Boeing, not really the people. Yeah, they're still looking for the cause. Had a good safety record. So we don't know. Yeah, it was Daniel. It was a Indonesia plane crash near Jakarta, but it was a 737-500, which was 26 years old. So I don't know. I mean, we don't know. Nobody knows like what this is about. So obviously it's bad publicity for Boeing, but it doesn't mean necessarily Boeing caused the crash. It could have been anything. I don't want to speculate because I don't know. I'm not there. I'm not doing the investigation. So my computer's going nuts here. Okay. So this morning I have a couple things on the docket here in terms of my portfolio today. Let me show you my portfolio. Couple things happening. Let me pull up my portfolio here. Give you guys a look. So I actually trimmed a lot last week. So when we're running, I start trimming. So as you can see here, I only have 4 positions right now. Normally I have maybe 8 to 12 positions. Right now I only have 12. The biggest thing I think for me this week is MVIS. I am short 2 naked puts in MVIS. I might get assigned. I might not get assigned. We'll kind of see what happens here. Red Dust, 7 years, 7 to 8 years. So, MVIS, I'm short two naked puts in here right now. I was up on them. They're currently, MVIS is down to like the 580 area right now. Might get assigned this. I did get a 95 cent credit per short naked put. So that means, let's see, yeah, 95 cents just to make sure. So I have 2 of them. So that means that my cost basis on this is going to be $5.05. So if I get assigned it, I get to keep the premium. And then also, as long as it stays above 505, I'm good to go. Obviously, I wanted to be above 6. And let's see here let's see the situation here. So right now, let's go into tomorrow. So as long as it really stays above 550, these calls should be making money. As long as it stays above 550, let's go again ahead another day. Let's go to Thursday. See what these are going. Okay, so Thursday, if we jump to Thursday in terms of analysis, I mean, at 5:15 they'll be profitable. So I mean, right now it's in my interest to kind of wait it out. Let Theta kind of take it. MVIS. If we look at MVIS, I mean, it's kind of a crazy stock, but it's been holding like this 5 to 6 area. I mean, it's holding 5. I mean, this thing sold way off and it's holding. So we'll see. But these expire this week, and then the other issue that I have this week is I have a credit put spread on Snow that is currently in the money that expires this week. This 310-305 expires. The rest don't expire till February expiration. I'm in February expiration for DoorDash, and I'm in February February expiration for DKNG. So, right now, the only thing I really have to worry about, MVIS and Snow. And Snow, I mean, it might happen. Sold off quite a bit. I wasn't really expecting on Snow like a 30-point sell-off on Friday, and that's exactly what happened. This thing just kept going down. I mean, we had a great day on Thursday. I was looking for a continuation, and then the day I took off, it just kept selling. I wasn't really watching the market. I mean, I checked in a little bit here and there, but I wasn't really watching the market, and it just kept sliding. So I'm like, oh, we're good, you're good, right? But no, doesn't look to be. So we'll see. The good news is, it closed right above the 50-day and the 10-day, so that's bullish on the 1-year chart. But right now we're at 294, so we're currently right in the middle here. So it really has to make a decision. It's either going to work or it's not going to work, and we'll figure out how to maneuver that way. Looking for some new trades. Penn sliding right now. Over the weekend, NIO announced a partnership with NVIDIA for their electric vehicles. NVIDIA is popping all the way off. I sold actually my position on Friday because I'm like, you know what? It literally went from 48 area to 60 in a week. I'm like, all right, we'll trim some, we'll buy the dip, everything's gonna be okay. And then they announced a partnership, and we're out of here. But I mean, that's the thing about the market. You have to do what's best for your portfolio at the time, best for the trade at the time. If you hit your targets, take the trade off. You don't know. Yeah, I mean, how are you going to know that news is going to come out that's going to impact it in a positive way? Now, if you're short, you're screwed. But you probably shouldn't be, short NIO regardless. Probably not a good idea. Alibaba is currently still on the struggle bus here. I mean, it ripped up Friday, but now we're back down to the lows. So I don't know. I think it's best for me as a trader just to stay away from Alibaba. Been away, Red Dust, yes. How does one trade it? I mean, I guess you just short. You just stay short. Like I'm mostly long right now. You got to short it. One stock that's getting beat up right now, Lululemon as well. Lululemon. I don't know if there was news. Let's see here. I just see it on my radar here. I mean, this sold off Friday. It's 370. Maintained it. Now it's down to 350. I guess there was an article about they may not get blowout earnings. So a Barron article came out. Lululemon shares dropped despite brighter Q4 earnings revenue growth outlook. The retailer says it expects adjusted diluted earnings per share to be at the high end of its mid-single digits growth guidance. It also sees revenue growth at the high of its mid to high teens expectation. So I guess they weren't happy with Lululemon. Yeah, I mean, it really depends on what you want to. I mean, as a trader, you just have to make the best of it. Yeah, Twitter's down pretty big. DoorDash is interesting because what they were doing to it, they pinned it for a long time at 140. And when I say a long time, I mean really only like a week. A week now seems like eternity in the market. Like when we're holding like a position more than a week, we're probably like, what did we do wrong? Why are we holding? But what I like here, nice solid support. It just kind of, I mean, the way they pinned it was kind of dirty. But I'm currently in the 150 credit put spread. It's pulling back a little bit. It's pulling back a little bit, but we'll see what happens. I'm looking for a run to the 165, 170 range. Now, am I going to get it? I don't know. But I have a month for it to do it. Airbnb also is trying to, I mean, it could flush down to like the 140 area, but I mean, it looks fairly like a buy zone in this area, 140, 145. Looks like it could definitely, you know, make a push higher here from here. But yeah, Twitter, it's at 46. Yeah, so now it's below. So Twitter, I mean, it was trending down anyways. I mean, as you can see here, the 10-day started curling down, 50 days started to level off here. So I mean, we had a crazy spike in run that's selling off. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised it comes down to, I mean, it's at 46 right now. I wouldn't be surprised it comes down to 45, 42, 50 range to find some more buyers, but we'll see. Well, what's Facebook doing? They banned Trump too. I don't know if that is what's moving it. Facebook, yeah, Facebook's down 7 points too. But Facebook right now maintaining this range again. I mean, very tight range on Facebook at 260. If it goes to 255, definitely probably going to be a buy. So we'll see. I can keep an eye on that on Facebook. All right, what stocks you guys got? SNE. Yeah, Sony is ripping. $105. Yeah, I mean, so I mean, just keep going with the trend, man. Keep pushing along. That's all you could really do. Like when you see charts like this, you just kind of go with it if you want to invest in it. Like for me, I don't really want to invest in Sony. So yeah, my sinuses are getting to me. But you know, just go with the trend. Let's see what CRM's at. CRM cannot catch a break, man. It is Salesforce. It's pinned down here now at 2. It's at 218, 219 right now. Was pushing back up Friday, sold all the way back off. So we'll see what happens. Baidu, sellers lining up. Tesla could be brutal. Could go brutal. Yeah, I mean, Tesla does need to go. Like, I like Tesla, but they need to go down. But I'm not shorting them. No, they need to go. They need to go down. Baidu. So Baidu is up high because they said they're going to make an electric vehicle. I think all companies need to do these days if they want to make money or want to. All they have to say is, "Hey, we're going to build an electric vehicle. Everything's going to be great." They don't actually have to come out with it, but Baidu is pushing up. Baidu's pushing up on that news. I mean, it looks like, you know, if we're thinking about a sector over the next 20 years, it's probably going to be the EV car sector, you know? That's what they did in the .com bubble. Yeah, so Johnny, like for me, for long-term investing, I'm really going to be investing in companies that actually have a product on the market right now. Tesla, NIO, those kind of companies like Baidu, Apple. It's going to take them years and years to get to anywhere. I mean, they don't have a product on the market. And to get to the level that these other companies are at, they have to do a lot to catch up and a lot to convince. And over the years, I mean, obviously Tesla, NIO, all these companies are going to be getting better. They're not going to, I mean, hopefully they're not going to be getting worse, but you know, they're behind now. They're behind. Nobody wanted to believe Tesla. Nobody wanted to think that was going to go that way. But now certain states and countries are banning. You know, they're banning fossil fuel cars to. You know, they're banning that you have to be all electric by 2030, 2035. So in the next 10 years, you know, You have to be driving an electric vehicle in some places in Europe. I think Massachusetts was one of them. I don't know if Cali was. Maybe Cali might be on one of them. So, but here we are with Baidu. I don't think what's happening with Tesla. I don't think anything really happening with Tesla other than it's kind of obeying its range. I mean, as you can see, the range for Friday was 840 to 886, 885. I mean, this is a big range. Like, if you can't handle the ranges Tesla trades in, like it's not something that you probably want to get yourself into. You know what I mean? Like the last 2 days, I mean, even if it pulls back down to 820, it doesn't mean anything for the long term. I mean, look at this. If this pulls back to, I mean, it could pull all the way back to 750 and be bullish still. It could pull back to 700, still be bullish. You know, not that I want to see that happen, but I mean, this could drop. And that's how far extended Tesla is right now. It could literally drop 150 points and not really mean anything for its long-term picture. I mean, for all I care, it could drop 200 points, you know, and still be fine. It could come all the way down here, and then it could come back up to the highs. You know, that would be ideal. I mean, at least for me, because then you get some good entries. You can find the ranges, and you're able to trade the ranges versus buying something. You know, when people buy something and hoping it just goes up, it's not a good plan. Like, you have to have a goal. You have to have a target. All right, market just opened up. Yeah, Tesla's flushing up pretty good here. Snow is down 292. Apple is at 129. We have the S&P's down 33. Dow's down 250. NASDAQ down 135. So let's see if there's buyers in here. DraftKings came down a little bit. Oh, come on, Tasty Thinkorswim. You know, why is Thinkorswim such garbage like this? You know, why do they gotta be like this? I just want to click on a chart. I'm not even doing any trades on here. Okay. Plan B. DraftKings, I'm down a little bit, but it's 14%. It's coming down here. 15 minutes. Let's change this to the 5-minute. These charts are kind of not great, but not great charts are better than no charts. Okay, so DraftKings is bouncing around. I mean, it came down to 50, 54, bounced back up to the 51 area. So we'll see what happens here. But overall, I mean, there's not much for me to do in my portfolio. Snow, probably gonna have to figure that out here if we don't get a bounce. But I'm gonna have to try to put on some new trades here, find some new entries. Because I'm looking a little dry. Not much going on. Can't make much money if you don't have many trades on. Hopefully there'll be a decent day trade. You know, kind of a busy day, so I got to be careful about what I deploy. Okay, making some money back on DraftKings right now, and then MVIS is down. I'm only losing $2 on it, so still profitable on this. I mean, it probably could close out, but we'll see. We'll see if we can squeeze out a little bit more juice out of it. And DoorDash is up to 157. And these charts on Thinkorswim still haven't loaded. Anyone else having trouble with Thinkorswim right now? Look at this. DoorDash ripping. 158 area. Let's see if it could break this range, because it couldn't break it on well, it looks like we're going. Here we go. That's what's good. Let's see here. How are these puts doing? These puts are up a little bit. We're up a little bit. Thinkorswim. I mean, it's not even that down like that much of a day. I mean, are they getting like, it's crazy? I'll have to make a YouTube video out bashing Thinkorswim. Man, this thing really escalated. In 5 minutes, it's gone from 153 up to 160, 159, almost 160. Airbnb's not doing that. DoorDash is, man. Other than that, like, things are not really moving. SPY's chilling right now. Still down 280. Oh, looks like my chart finally loaded for DraftKings here. Let's see, Qs. Okay, charts are loading again. Qs are still coming down. What we got for TLT? Ooh, is it gonna bounce here at 150 area? I don't know. I mean, it looks really bad, but it would be interesting. It would be interesting if it would be interesting for me if it bounced here at 150s, the low 150s. But so far, let's see what Neo's doing. Man, these are up big. What are these weeklies up? The weeklies are only up 140%. I mean, it's good. It's good, but I mean the stock's up 12%. Should be more. Seems like it. Then I guess the market was kind of pricing it in. You know? Yeah, my nose is killing me right now. All right, what other stocks you guys want? What other stocks you guys want to look at, other than Powell and some earnings? I mean, and you know, whatever happens to Trump this week. I mean, that's really the only catalyst. XLF, man, XLF. Yeah, XLF, but XLF was out of here though. It really. I mean, it's at pre-pandemic levels right now. It really ripped. How's Tesla going? I think it's not doing bad. Tesla is at 148. I mean, it's having some pretty wild swings here, so you know, that's why it's best not to get greedy. Like, if you have multiple contracts, start trimming on the way up here. Start trimming. You don't know for a stock like Tesla where the top is, you know, and I'm not saying this is the top or anything, but I mean, if you see a stock do this, I mean, you know it's not going to go forever. You know, if you see a stock go from 650 to 884, it's not going to go forever. GME, ooh, I don't know. I can't bring myself to consciously, you know, to actually be long GameStop. I mean, even though the chart says go long, I can't do it. I can't do it. Hold on one second. I don't know if it's allergies or what, but something's kicking up for me around here. So, yeah, I mean, guys, I don't really have much else. The market is kind of just chilling right now. I mean, obviously, Facebook down 250. I said 255 would be a buy zone. Here we go. Might be an opportunity. I'm gonna see. I mean, we're not even 15 minutes in the market open. I mean, this thing just flushed. What'd Twitter do? Twitter flushed too. Facebook, Twitter flushed. Is Amazon taking any heat for taking a little heat for banning Parler? It looks like, but I don't know if the government's going to crack down on these companies or not. That's the kind of the next phase. If the government's going to say anything about, you know, what they did or not, I don't know. So I gotta take care of my allergy stuff. There's not much going on right now. You guys have a great Monday, and as always, stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.